All right, what's going on, y'all? Now, for some reason, Facebook won't let me go live. Every time I go live, it starts to mess up and all types of crazy shit. So I'm just gonna record a video like this and then post it. So it's all good. So for the fourth fucking time, right? Today's tone is 8 on the Mayan calendar, and 8 means balance, right? It's also a good day to be grateful for Mother Earth and all her creations, the trees, the birds, the sun, the you, everything in creation. So just be grateful for everything. When you go outside, say thank you for the trees, the grass, the sun shining, you're alive, things like that. Now, what I was talking about, what I want to talk to you guys about today is morality, right? And this is something that I just realized. I didn't just realize morality, but I just realized that morality kills. Like 2 o'clock this morning, right? I had an epiphany and I realized something, and it made me feel so damn good, and I wanted to share it with y'all because I feel like it's so important to know this. This is some real deep shit right here, right? It'll change your life if you take heed to the information. So this epiphany actually came from an argument or a debacle I had with an associate of mine. Real smart, brilliant. What is this? Hold on. I thought that was on my face. All right. Real smart, brilliant, gifted person my associate of mine. Very, very bright person, right? And this epiphany came from him. It came from me having this argument with him or whatever. So first of all, let's talk about morality. What is a moral? What is that? Okay, a moral, in a nutshell, is your concept of good and bad, right? That's what it is. That's it. It's good and bad. Now, to be immoral is the opposite of that. It's going to be the lack thereof. You don't have a concept of good and bad. You know what I mean? Now, what I realized in the midst of my epiphany, when I was reflecting upon the conversation I had with this associate of mine, I realized that the word immoral and the word immortal are very closely related, right? They're almost the same damn word except for the letter T. That's the only thing that separates these two words, is one letter. So what does that mean? What does that tell you? That means that immorality makes you immortal. It makes you less likely to die. Now, immortal means deathlessness. It means you never die. Okay, you're not human. Now, if having immorality makes you immortal, having morals makes you more human. You know, just to keep it real simple. You know what I mean? Now, let's think about a child, right? Let's think about a 2-year-old child. They don't have any morals yet. They don't have a concept of good and bad. So they're honest with you. They do what the hell they want to do. A 2-year-old child will tell you that you're ugly, that your breath stink, they don't like you, why you at my house. They just honest with you. They ask you honest questions. They have no fear. They're brave. They have no morality yet. And the reason why they ask you these questions out of curiosity. They don't care if you feel like it's a good or bad question. You know what I mean? They have no concept of that. You know what I'm saying? And one reason why you should drop your morals right now is because you did not choose them. We don't choose our morals. It is our parents who give us morals. It is our teachers, our preachers. You know what I mean? Our even our peers give us morals. Tell us, oh, that's not good, that's bad. You know, when you're younger, before you have a concept of morality, you don't give a damn. You live life freely. You're free. You're not bound by any rules. It's not until your parents, your teacher, the guy down the street tells you, you know, good little boys don't do that. Good little girls don't do that. And then you start to develop these concepts. You start to develop these ideologies based in these fears that this is good, this is bad, right? Now, let me tell you about this conversation I had with this associate of mine. Now, mind you, this dude is very gifted. He has a very high knowledge. His knowledge is very high. He's very wise. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows a lot of shit, right? His knowledge is higher than mine, right? And I know this, but still I have an ego. I still get defensive about shit. So we're having a conversation about karma, right? And I guess I said something to him that made him feel like I was threatening him. And being the person that he is, you know, very wise, very knowledgeable, you know, he took offense to that. And, you know, he acted accordingly. He said, you know, don't threaten me. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, if you betray me, you'll suffer. And he laughed. He laughed at me. He said, LOL, suffer how suffer? What do you mean suffer? So I basically told him that You know, if you betray me, karma's gonna get you. You're gonna be spawned by karma. You're gonna be, you know, you're gonna get suffer or whatever, right? So he said, Shatavia, or he calls me Shantae, I don't believe in karma. I don't follow rules. That doesn't apply to me. So, knowing me, I took offense to that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't believe in karma? Like, you don't believe in cause and effect? And, you know, we're having this little spat, just debacle. We're going back and forth in text and shit like that. And in my mind, I'm like, what is going on here? Because usually him and I get along very well. We have great conversations. We learn from each other. We really appreciate each other, right? But for some reason on this day, we're having this fight. We're having this immature spat, just debacle amongst each other. I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? So in my mind, I'm like, what am I supposed to learn here? Where's the lesson in this conversation? Why am I fighting with this person that I usually get along with? And you know, if you believe in, I'm not religious. I believe in real shit. I believe in the universe. I believe in, you know, shit happening right now. If you are subscribed to that, you know that the universe conspires for you to learn lessons. Everything is a lesson. Every single thing that happens to you is a lesson. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what am I supposed to learn from this conversation? What the fuck is going on with the energy right now? Energy's crazy, right? He said something to me. He said, we plant the seed of poison ivy that makes us itch in our life. At first I'm like, man, what the fuck? Man, what the fuck is that? Like, all right, my nigga, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you say type shit, right? So eventually the conversation ended and we're all like, you know, good luck, farewell, ending our friendship over this dumbass debacle, right? So immature, so stupid. So me being me and my pride, I'm like, all right, well, fuck you too, bye, have a nice life, you know, type shit like that. But when the conversation was over and I actually reflected on that, I'm like, wow, that was really some stupid shit. That was really immature. And not only that, I felt sad. I felt grievous. I felt like I just lost something important to me. I felt like I just lost something of value in my life. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen? We were actually supposed to hang out today. You know what I mean? And so I'm thinking, like, how did all that transpire so fast? You know what I'm saying? So a couple moments later, this song started playing in my head. Stevie Wonder song. Superstition. It's like, but only one part though was, when you believe in things you don't understand, you suffer. Superstition ain't the way, right? So knowing me, I go to my dictionary. I use the etymology dictionary because I like to use words for their original vibration, right? I look up the word superstition. What does that word mean, right? Superstition is a belief rooted in fear. That's what superstition means, right? So I'm like, okay, when you believe in things you don't understand, you suffer. What am I supposed to take from this? What does it mean? You know what I mean? So I really thought about it for like the next 10 minutes, kept thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? Karma is immoral. What does it mean by we plant the seed of poison ivy that makes us itch in our life? It's because of our morality we suffer. What do I mean by this? When you feel like something is bad, you conjure up or you create a circumstance in which the punishment is presented to you. I'll give you an example. Have you ever stolen anything? I have. I've stolen groceries. I've stolen clothes, whatever. But prior to doing so, I feel bad about it. I feel guilty. I know it's wrong. Or I've been taught that it's wrong. I feel guilty about it before I even do it. So before I do it, I think about the consequence of doing it. And then I do it. And then, in turn, you feel guilt. And you keep thinking about the shit. So you conjure up the circumstance in which you suffer from that guilt or from that moral. Another example. Have you ever lied to somebody? You know what I mean? You feel bad about it afterwards. When this happens, you tend to be found out. Your lie tends to unravel because you feel bad about that lie. And because you feel bad about it, you conjure up a situation or circumstance in which your punishment is presented to you. Now going back to the child, right? A child don't feel bad about shit. A 2-year-old, they will tell you they don't like you, that you ugly, whatever. They don't feel bad about that, so they're not punished for it. What do we say? They don't know no better. What does that mean? It means they have no morality. They're immortal. They don't suffer from karma. It is only when you are taught morals that you suffer from karma. Karma only exists because you don't understand it. You don't understand what morality is. And because you didn't choose your own damn morals, now you are at effect. You are at effect now because you didn't choose those morals. Your parents chose them. Your pastor chose them. What are the morals in this life? The 10 commandments, right? A commandment. It's an order. It's a command. It's a rule, right? It's ethics. It's your moral conduct. Now, I don't know what they are. I know like a couple of them. I know you shouldn't kill, you shouldn't steal, you shouldn't commit adultery, you shouldn't serve more than one God, or y'all know it's 10 of them. It's 10 of them, whatever. What type of shit is that? What part of the game is this? Like, how irrational is this? You're telling me I can't lie the whole time I'm human? That's not realistic. Lying is necessary. Telling me I can't have sex? I can't think about sex? I can't think about thinking about sex? Or I'm sinning, or I'm being immoral? You shouldn't steal? Every time you see a flower on the ground and you admire it, you think it's beautiful, you pick it from the ground. That's stealing. That's killing. You're killing something. You're going to kill in your life. You're going to steal in your life. You're going to fucking lie in your life. You're human. So they give us morals, but then they also say rules are meant to be broken, right? See, all these little contradictions in life, it's bullshit. This is how you break away or unveil the matrix. Create your own fucking morals. My moral is forgiveness is peace, sacrifice is power. And while I was learning all this, while I was having my epiphany early this morning with my associate, that came to my mind because after I realized how childish I was and immature I was being, I apologized to him. Because I know good and damn well I need him. I need him to learn from. He has a higher knowledge than me. I knew I had to surrender to that. To surrender means to give up or to sacrifice. I had to surrender to a higher knowledge so that I can learn from it. But because I was being immature and moral, I lost that. It's all good. The lesson is learned. Now, why do I say forgiveness is peace, sacrifice is power? Every time you sacrifice something, you gain more power. You know how hard it was for me to apologize to this man when I didn't think I did anything wrong? But after I did that, I felt like a fucking phenomenon. I felt so good. I felt like $1 million after that. And in the moment, I'm like, I said, I apologize. And I was like, man, why I do that? Like, now he gonna feel like he was right. It's not about that, though. It's about you learning from your lessons. It's about you gaining something. You can't worry about other people's egos and how they feel. That's not your problem. But I let it go, though. After like 2 minutes, I let that shit go. Because that's morals again. Feeling bad or good about something. Fuck that. Create your own morals. Become immortal. Become less human. Become less bounded to this thing, this body, or this matrix. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of y'all are at church right now celebrating Easter. Why? For what? Because somebody told you a long time ago that if you didn't do it, you would be punished. Because it's bad. Some of y'all are afraid to break away from religion because somebody told you that you're only supposed to serve one God. So now you feel like it's bad, and if you don't, you won't be blessed, and God's going to punish me, and I'm going to face karma. But that's your morality doing that to you. It ain't God doing that to you. We plant the seed of poison ivy that makes us itch in our life. Your morality creates situations that present you with suffering. I want you guys to think about that. Really think about it. You know what I mean? So I want to share that with you guys. I hope you guys gain something from this. Hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. It's beautiful as hell out here, chilling. And I'm out. Forgiveness is peace. Sacrifice is power. One love.